So feet hip-width distance apart. Bring your breath into your practice. Smoothing things out. Great, and then we start to deepen. Nice deep exhale, belly button to spine. And inhale, nice and deep. So standing upright like this, we can really exhale everything, just let it out. And then inhale all the way, tips of the toes, tips of the fingers, crown of the head. Make yourself huge in space. Exhale, let everything go. Inhale. Open way up. And let's bring the breath back to normal here. And then we're going to add some arms. So let's first, since it's early and we want to just let everything move and wiggle a little bit. And even when we do this breath, the knees and hips are going to be soft. And then as you bring your arms up, you can really reach, straighten the legs. And then exhale, bring the hands down. And just work on that at your own pace, really reaching up, but definitely keeping the lower body involved here. And the next time your arms are up, just hold them up. So soften your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to take the right wrist in the left hand. Keep the feet grounded here and just gently tilt to the left, not too far. We're just waking things up here. Come up, take your left wrist in your right hand, gently twist to the right. And then we're going to keep going side to side, and maybe as the body opens a little more, you go a little farther each time. So stay in touch with what your body is telling you. Keep your shoulders soft. Waking up the spine and side to side movement here. And our final time over to the left, whenever you get here, stay here, inhale, and as you exhale, maybe deepen a little more, and then extend both arms. Good. And then bring the arms up, left wrist in the right hand. Staying here to the right. Release a little bit, maybe deepen a little more, and extend both arms. Inhale up, and we're going to gently let the knees and hips bend. Draw the arms back and up, back and up. Back and up, and one more time, back and up. Now bring your hands down by your side. So we're going to take the legs wider than hip-width distance with the toes facing out, okay? And still keeping those knees and hips in motion. We're going to take the right arm and swing to the left and back, swing to the left and back, and this time swing in a big circle up and back. Yeah, so now we're waking up our twist. Now we're going to swing to the left and back. This time we're going to circle the arm the other direction, swing to the left and up and over. All right, let's try that on the other side. Swing to the right and back. Swing to the right and back. Up and over. Swing to the right and back, taking the arm back, this time in that big circle, up and over. And we're going to do that maybe two more times each side, and just notice how your shoulder feels when you go forward and back. We're just noticing. We're not trying to change anything, right? We're just noticing. Swing, swing, big circle. Still to the left, swing, swing, big circle behind. and take it to the left, take it to the right from your left arm. Swing, swing, big circle back, and swing, swing, big circle forward. All right, so we're going to do that one more time using the right arm. Swing once, swing twice, big circle back, and then still on the right arm, swing twice, and then big circle. And left arm, 1, 2, big circle, and left arm, 1, 2, and big circle. All right, shake it out. Inhale and exhale. Let's put the feet back in mountain pose. See how the body feels now, starting to wake up a bit, inhaling and exhaling. All right, so we haven't done our forward and back movement, but we're going to do that now. So the knees and hips, once again, are going to be soft. Hands to the thighs, round forward, and keeping your hands on your thighs, look up. Hands to the thighs, forward, and arch your back, shine your heart up. Forward, up. One more like this, forward and up. Okay, so that was a really moving cat and cow. And we're just going to add a little more with the arms. Round forward, long arms, fingertips touch, elbows come behind, heart shines up. Forward, yeah, good, and up. Nice, yes. Nice spinal balance here. Forward and up. And the next time your fingertips touch, good. Just hold them there. Draw the arms back up. Reach and bring the hands down. Shake it out. Okay. All right, so let's come to the top of the mat and work our way down here. Okay. So the feet are hip-width distance apart here. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat, and then just step back into downward facing dog. And from our dog, we'll pedal the feet. The fingers are wide. Hold one heel down. Hold the other heel down. Hold both heels down. And release, bring the knees down and sit off to the side. Okay, take your legs forward. We'll find seated mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so we want to loosen up those hips, give them a nice little shake here. Okay, a lot of what we just did obviously was a nice hip loosening, but we're going to keep the left leg straight here and sit up nice and tall. Take the right hamstring in the right hand and the right foot in the left hand. Keep the torso forward. We're rocking the baby. So nice gentle rocks. And we're moving from the hip. Yeah, so the rest of the body's not moving, just that right leg from the hip to the foot, and of course the left arm. All right, now bring your right ankle to your left thigh. Support yourself with your hands and just bring that left foot in only till it reaches the mat. Okay, so it's a nice open position for the left leg here. Take the right leg over to the side, to the left, to the right. To the left, to the right. And the next time the right foot goes all the way to the left, let it stay there. Now if this hip is lifted here, your right hip, just bring your left foot in front of your shin instead so your hips can be even on the mat. Okay? And then take your left hand outside of your right shin, take your right arm up and behind you, Inhale, put length in your spine, and exhale, twist to the right. Now you're going to turn your gaze toward your right shoulder. Inhale, and as you exhale, turn your gaze toward the left shoulder. Inhale, and as you exhale, turn your gaze toward the right. And then come back center and release. Take the legs forward, give them a crazy shake. We'll do that same thing on the left side. Good? Everybody good with that? Okay, the right leg is long, toes and knee are pointed up, left knee bends, hold your left foot in your right hand and your left hamstring in your left hand. Okay, now take your left ankle to your right thigh, support yourself with your hands, and bring your right foot in just till it reaches the mat. And then we're going to go side to side. So when you do this, you might notice that once, or even just in everyday life, bring your left foot all the way down to the right. Put your right hand on your left shin. Draw your left arm up and back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Turn your gaze toward the left. Inhale, exhale, turn your gaze toward the right. And then on your next exhale, turn your gaze back to the left. Unwind, give yourself the legs a crazy shake. So you might notice one hip tends to feel tighter than the other, right? And so what we just did, even on both sides. Now if that's you, if you can identify like one hip that you feel needs a little more work, we're going to do rock the baby again, and you just choose that side, okay? If you feel like your both sides are very, very balanced, I'll tell you when we're halfway through and you switch legs. Does that make sense? All right, so take your, if you're going with one side, just the other leg is straight, foot is flexed, we're holding on, and we're rocking the baby. So maybe, and it would be very typical that one side needs a lot, you know, needs some extra. So we're giving it extra. Now if you feel like you're even on both sides and you want to switch to your other side, do that now and we'll continue rocking. For me, this side is way more problematic, so I'm just hanging out here, doing some extra rock the baby for it. And then we're just going to bring both legs straight and give them a nice little stretch. Okay, so we didn't do all that side to side and additional twisting. So what we're going to do here is take the legs without drawing the heels very close. We have 6 inches in between the feet and the heels are far away from the pelvis. Hold on to your shins. Or you might hold on to your ankles. Don't hold on to your feet. Ankles, shins, or if that's too far away, then just hold on to your hamstrings. Inhale, and with a nice long spine folding from the hip creases, just take it forward. All right, come on up. Help your knees together. Bring the feet hip-width distance apart. And watch for a moment, okay? And then you're going to roll down. So we're going to bring the spine to the mat as we move into core work. We're going to take the heels up so you're on your toes, okay? And we're going to lift the arms off the mat and be on fingertips. So this adds some instability here. And then we're going to play with this by bringing the you know, the legs up and the arms. So come on down. I just wanted to show you. Come on down. Now lift your heels. You're working on your toes and your fingertips here. Okay? All right, now we're just going to start to draw that right foot up any amount and tap it down. Stay on your toes. Don't release the foot. Go to the left and tap it down. We're taking the right foot back up, and this time we'll raise the left arm. And we're coming back to fingertips and toes, and then left leg, right arm, fingertips and toes. And this might feel super gentle. Let's go right and left again. But see how you feel when we're done. And you can tell me about it. Left leg, right arm, and take it down. See if you notice that extra bit of instability, because there's very little of your body resting on the mat here. Take it up and down. Okay, now we're going to take it up and hold and try straightening that right leg. The left foot is still to toes, and then bring it down. Take the left leg up, right arm, straighten, there you go, and tap down. We'll do that one more time. Right leg straight, left arm. And if the right leg straight isn't for you this morning, keep it bent, toes and fingertips down, and left leg, right arm, and down. All right, take a moment here, plant your feet, flatten your hands on the mat, and wave your arms at me if you're starting to feel that in your core. Right? Okay. So now we're going to go back to that toes and fingertips, and we're going to work the obliques here. So we're going right leg, left arm, but now reach, your shoulders and head are going to come up. Reach your left arm towards your right foot and come back down. Left leg, right arm, reach to the left, shoulders and head are up, and take it down. We're going to continue with that. Once again, if the straight leg isn't for you, do it with your knee bent. This gets really deep. Ooh, we're going side to side. We started on the right, so the next time you do left leg, right arm, you will be done. Relax. All right, whew, take a moment. Now feel those muscles that you just worked. Remember where they are, and during your day today, think about, okay, this is my muscles that I want to keep engaged. Not tightened up, but just engaged. Okay, wave your arms at me if that was, that felt like a good workout for the core. Good work? Okay. Let's take 2 breaths here, and then come to hands and knees. All right, so we're going to be working the arms. Remember, you can stand at a wall and do some push-ups if hands and knees isn't good for you. So we've got the knees under the hips, and we've got the arms way forward, and then we come into a knee down plank, bend the arms, straighten them up, push up, hips back toward the heels. Forward, push up, hips to heels. Forward, push up, hips to heels. Forward, push up, hips to heels. Now take it forward one last time, push up, and child's pose. So you can take your big toes together, knees wide apart, arms long, long, long. Okay, nice child's pose. Take a few breaths. Super. Now work your way back to downward facing dog. So this dog might feel a little different from your first dog. Maybe you notice things, but maybe not. All we're doing in our yoga practice is staying connected to the body, breathing and noticing. We're not judging, forcing anything. Okay, so now we're going to walk the feet to the hands. When you get here, take a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center and come into mountain pose. All right. So we're going to take a moment before we do our sun salutation, and we're going to do that balancing sequence. It's kind of like making a star with your legs. So we're going to start with the feet hip width distance, and just be near something just in case you feel yourself starting to tip. Okay? You've been balancing for weeks now and even longer, so this is just a little safety factor here. The feet are hip width distance apart. The shoulders are back and down. Now we know we need a calm mind for balance. So let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we want a steady gaze. All right? And we can do this with the hands on the hips. So slide one leg forward, doesn't really matter which, and lift it up. Tap the toes down. Now take the leg out toward the side and up, and more toward the side and up. So we're just moving the leg in kind of a little clock, if we were talking about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then start moving it back. And just notice what you're doing here. And now, when we come back toward the front, we're going to move the leg across also. So we moved it out, back. We'll go one more time on the right. Yep, it's challenging for sure. And this time, maybe we even cross behind a little bit. Yikes. Bring the leg back out, forward, and across. Woo! And shake it out. So you just gave a great workout to that other leg. Now you can turn around here because we are taking the leg out, so you do need some space. And same thing, okay? We've got the gaze steady. We're taking the foot out and release. And once again, you might notice one side is a little more cooperative than the other. Out, out, out. Okay, and when you get back to the front, take it across, across, and then forward. And make one more clock rotation, and maybe even behind, and then take it back to the front. And shake out your legs, inhale and exhale. All right, so again, you might have found one side way more cooperative than the other. So if that's you, you're going to take your more challenging side and work that. And if you feel like you're even, you'll do a couple on one side and a couple on the other. Okay, so what we're going to do for balance this time, hands on hips, or steady yourself, is we're going to do that same thing, starting with the side you felt more challenged on. Forward and down, forward and out, forward and out, out and up and back around. And across one time. Okay. And then if you feel like you want to work your other side, you work your other side. If you have one side that definitely has more challenges, work that side again. Let's go. One little clock. And release, shake it out. All right. So let's come to the top of the mat and do a nice little Morning Sun Salutation. The feet hip-width distance apart. Float the arms up, inhale. Exhale, take a Swan Dive. The body's pretty warm, but we're still not stressing about how far down the hands go. We're just letting them come to wherever they naturally want to go. Bring your hands to your thighs, hips back, shine your heart forward, half lift. Take your hands down, your hips are going to love this too. Take your right leg back, hang out in this lunge, and wiggle your hips. All right, we're going to come into plank, knees up or down. Always assess which is the better move for you at any point in time. And then we're chaturanga, bend the elbows, take it down. Okay, time for a nice back bend here. So the hands are under the shoulders, shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. Shine your heart forward and lift your hands. Nice little cobra. We're shining the heart forward, but we're not cranking the neck to look forward. The head just follows the spine. Release from your cobra and find your way to downward facing dog. And remember, dog can always be a table. Inhale and exhale. What we're going to do here is take the right leg up to hip height. Give it a few spins in one direction. I'm coming up to watch. A little larger spin in the same direction. And then pause and give that leg a few spins, working from the hip, opposite direction, and a little larger. Great. And then just take your right foot, step forward, and walk to the top of your mat. Yep. And when you get there, you take a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up. Reverse Swan Dive, palms touch, and hands come heart center. So we'll do that the same way on the left. Top of the mat, feet are hip width. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, Swan Dive. Then you take your half lift, hands down, this time stepping back with the left. Wiggle those hips around. Come into a plank, knees up or down, your choice. Chaturanga. All right, we're going to go back into that cobra, so the hands are under the shoulders, shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. Shine your heart forward, lift your hands, and then release. And now lift your hands first, and then come into cobra, and release. Find your way back and up to downward facing dog. And in this dog, we're going to take the left leg up and spin small circles one direction, larger circles, and pause, and then go the opposite direction, small and large. And then just take that left foot and step forward. Walk your feet to your hands. Take a half lift. Forward fold. And float the arms out and up. Palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. How you guys doing so far? Everything good? All right. So let's do a nice little warrior 2. So take your legs wide. And we're going to turn the right toes to the right, left toes in at an angle. Okay, we're going to take a moment to make sure that that back foot is pressed into the mat. Bend your front knee over the ankle and check it out. That knee is tracking straight through the center of your right foot. Now the shoulders need to come back over the hips. Almost said ears. Okay, arms out. We're in warrior 2. Check your arms, okay? They're in line with the shoulders. Arms look great, yep. Gaze towards your right fingertips. Our warrior 2 here, we're grounded from the waist down. light and spacious from the waist up. And just, without moving anything else, just flip your palms up toward the sky. You're going to feel your shoulder blades kind of head down your spine here. And then just flip your palms back. No other movement, just flip your palms back. So the shoulder blades are settled on the spine. Inhale and exhale. Okay, we're going to just take that left hand to the left leg, nice and gentle, right palm up, and moving only from the waist up, reverse the warrior. Maybe gaze up toward those right fingertips, and come back to warrior two. And one more time, reverse the warrior. And come back to warrior two. Check in with your shoulders. Check in with your other points of alignment that we discussed. And then turn all 10 toes forward. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale. We have the hip creases here. Now bring your index fingers to your hip creases. Inhale. And with a nice long spine, keeping the hips over the ankles, we're just going to go halfway. Say good morning to your hamstrings, right? Inhale and exhale. And then come on up. All right. So let's give the legs a little break here. Shake it out. And then we're coming back wide leg. Same thing on the left. The legs are wide. This time the left toes are forward. Okay. The right foot super grounded. Left knee bends, it's right over the ankle, tracking through the center of your foot. Shoulders over hips, arms out. Gazing past the left fingertips. Now flip the palms up to settle the shoulders and flip the palms back. Inhale and exhale. And then we let the right hand drop to the right leg and come into reverse warrior. Your lower body has not moved. Yes, perfect. And then come back to warrior two. And a reverse here. Maybe gazing up toward those left fingertips if the balance is allowing for that this morning. And back to warrior two. All 10 toes forward, hands to heart. We know where the hip creases are now, so we're going to keep the hands to the heart. Inhale and exhale, fold forward from those hip creases halfway. There are those hamstrings again. And drop your hands to your legs, and then you decide, do the hands want to travel down farther and you go deeper into your fold, or do you want to stay more upright? You find it. You enjoy it. We're going to bring the hands back to the hips. Come halfway up. Take a breath and come the rest of the way up. And then bring the feet together, shake the legs out, and come to the top of the mat. We'll be working our way down, so as usual, if you want something for final relaxation, okay, you go ahead and have it. Grab that. In case you missed it last week, our pose of the month is final relaxation. So we're going to see what she's saying. I always think of her as a she. Is this forward or backwards for you guys? My favorite part of yoga is when you get to sleep on the mat, yes. But we know that final relaxation, Shavasana, is so much more than that, right? It's the total restoration of our bodies after our practice. So let's come to the top of the mat. Float the arms up, inhale. Now exhale into your swan dive. Where do your hands want to go now? Do they want to go high, low, anywhere in between? Hands to the thighs, hips back, shine your heart forward, hands down, and we're going to step ourselves back to downward facing dog. You can go straight into table if that's where your energy is now. Either way, the hips are going to rock. If you're in down dog, your knees will also move. And then we'll bring the knees down, sit off to the side, and find that seated mountain pose again. Long spine. Shoulders comfortably, especially the back. Shoulders comfortable. Inhale and exhale. The feet are flexed. Okay. And now let's loosen up and do some very gentle forward folding. Arms just float up and we melt forward. The body is at rest, not like maybe your feet are flopped out, maybe your arms are long, maybe your legs are wider apart. Whatever feels good to you, roll your hands up your legs and one more gentle forward fold, just releasing. So forward folds are just a wonderful way to spend a moment with yourself. And then roll on up. Okay, so we're going to make our way down to the mat here. Feet hip width, roll it down. Okay. Extend the legs, both legs and both arms long. Arms overhead, legs long. Inhale. Exhale, draw just your right leg in, and you might have that shin or hamstring. Inhale long, exhale just the left leg, shin or hamstring. Inhale long, exhale both legs, hug it in. Okay, we're going to take this to a nice happy baby here, so you can just continue to hold your hamstrings and flex your feet. You can hold on to the insides or outsides of your feet. Okay, you can take your arms inside your legs and wrap your hands around to the outside of your feet. Whatever feels good to you, come into your happy baby, get the hip stretch going on, and then rock side to side, a nice spinal release here too. And then bring your hands down to your side. Your feet are still up so we can work the ankles, point and flex. And circle one direction and the other. Okay, let's bring the feet down, bring your legs to touch, and take your arms long. So we're going to do some windshield wipers here, very gentle. Knees gently to the right, gaze left, and knees gently to the left, gaze right. And let's keep going side to side. And eventually finish up by coming back to center here. With the arms long, we're going to extend the hands and make a gentle fist. And you might have to lift your arms a bit to have room for this. Extend and make a gentle fist. Wiggle those fingers, make a gentle fist, and rotate the wrists one direction and the other. Okay, with your arms still long, relax your arms back down on the mat. Take your feet to hip width distance apart. And let's let those knees gently open and close, little butterfly wings here. Bring the knees back up. And we're going to slowly turn the head to the right. Noticing the neck, and then come back center. And slowly turn the head to the left, noticing the neck. All right, now slowly turn your head to the right, and this long right, left arm here, Yeah, we're going to start to draw that left arm up till it's kind of facing behind us and take it back. And then go ahead and turn your head to the other side, and that other arm, draw the arm up and back out to the side. All right, now place your hands down by your side. So we got neck, hands, hips, and ankles. Okay, so from here now we are going to scan the body and start to align or realign anything or move anything that's asking to wiggle out, because we're going to be spending a little extra time in our pose of the month. So let's make sure we're nice and comfortable here. Okay, experiment with legs straight or knees bent, whichever's feeling better for you. Find that super comfortable position. And now inhale through the nose and slowly exhale through the mouth. And one more time, inhale through the nose. Slowly exhaling through the mouth, just allow your body to melt onto the earth. Your work is done. Just enjoy your final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on your next inhale, stretch long. And then as you exhale, draw your knees in. Turn over to a side. And stay here for a breath. And then carefully bring yourself back up to a nice, easy seat. Draw your palms together as you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit. Thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.